Oi, welcome back to another video on the channel. It is update day, and unfortunately we did get another light update. Again, like last week, there is still plenty to chat about. We'll go through this week's notes as well as some clarifications on that new Rugby League game coming out and international teams. The expected gameplay sliders that were due for this week's update has been pushed back. We did get a clarification on that from the Big Ant rep in the Discord, and he said, hey all, there is a new patch today, but we didn't get the sliders in time. We're working on them and we will get them next week. We are looking to roll them out in 2 parts, and there will be 30 plus sliders eventually. So despite not getting the sliders, there were some slight changes to gameplay. First off on the list, they did add the complete set of the finals, so no new packs. There were new cards though. I saw in the main menu Lockie Galvin. As for the changes to gameplay, they tuned the ball strips, so hopefully we'll see 1 or 2 in this game. They've added defensive line reactiveness, and that's scaled by difficulty and team ratings. And of course the infamous improved stability, so yeah. Sliders hopefully coming next week. There seems to be this misconception that I think sliders will completely change the game, and that isn't true at all. As we get a strip, or we get stripped, we need to take a closer look at that. That was interesting. On pro, this difficulty level, and it was Tino that got it taken from him here. Kinney. Wow. Look at that. A little one-on-one strip. I wonder how many types of animations they have for it. This one is pretty clean. Unexpected. Unexpected because size was meant to play a part in pulling off a successful strip, as well as your stripping attributes and like positioning. Tackling from front on gave you a better chance at pulling it off. Seeing Kinney take that off Tino was kind of surprising, but pretty cool honestly. I think because Tino was getting driven backwards, that was questionable in itself, but because that was happening, he had a better chance at stripping it. At least I think that's what caused it to happen. As we look to go out wide there, a bit slow to the setup. We do get over, that was kind of nice. I did like how Crichton did turn in as if he was going to catch the ball like an actual decoy. But yeah, I don't think sliders will completely fix the game, nor are they meant to, right? There's underlying issues with the game that needs to be addressed. These sliders are tweaks you can make to gameplay playing against the computer. That's what it's for, right? It's for offline play. It's not supposed to have an effect on how online play works. The issues with online gameplay, it stems from actually a few things. Problems with the game at its core, people abusing cheesy mechanics which will never change because people are that desperate for wins, and lag. But yeah, ultimately if the game doesn't really play well or smoothly, you're going to have issues playing online. That's what Big Ant can control, I guess. That and trying to deter people from using cheesy mechanics. Like the one I see the most is people scoring tries out of dummy half, just to make it impossible to score those types of tries. I feel like they already are when you're playing against a computer, but playing against another person, scooting and spamming square, it is pretty overpowered. Unless there's a rhyme or reason, I haven't bothered to grind Prem Challenge and find out if there is a way to properly defend people that continuously spam dummy half runs. If there is and you have the source, share it in the comment section, because there's always someone mentioning how cheesy online play is, especially dummy half running. But yeah, back to the topic at hand, the new feature, the strips. Hang on a sec, Captain's Challenge for this one. Was there 2 on the tackle? Oh, there was. Sick. So there is a chance of actually pulling off illegal ones. The reason why I chose Australia was to try and pull off strips with the strip merchants in the league, one of them being Hudson Young, who just got penalized, and of course Cam Munster. I'm assuming their strip stats will be up there with the highest in the game, or they should be at least. Not really sold on the whole functionality of it. Just holding onto circle kind of feels weird, especially with the defense being already pretty simplistic. What is it, just the right stick to drive players and contact and to pull off big hits? I wonder what the experience is online and how hard it is to pull off, because there's no real deterrence to not hold on to circle for every tackle, unless you're seeing 2 minute a tackle, right? I imagine people will just be holding on to circle regardless. Oh, before I forget, that new Rugby League game coming out, I thought it was exclusively on Switch. or the Switch 2. A viewer, Radman, did let me know that on the classification site, it's actually coming out on all platforms, including PC via Steam. So if the game actually is fun to play, we may see a bit of a modding scene pop up for that game, but I don't hold your hopes high for it. If you've seen the screenshots for the game, it looks like a repurposed rugby challenge, and I only say that because the player models look identical. I'm not like excited for it, but I'll definitely check it out when it drops on Steam. We want to really get a strip with Cam Munster, so we will control him for this whole set. Try and get him in the action here. There he is. Oh, did someone join? No, bro. So it actually looks like Grant was going to get involved, but then doesn't. Maybe if we had our challenge, we would have got the score reversed. Alright, where's our guy Cam? We have to do one with Cam for the culture. You wouldn't be seeing these drive tackles that much in veteran and above. There's a drive there, and we're going to get one, finally! There we go. Let's take another look here. Close-up action of the strip. So much like that Kenny one at the start of the game. Because we were driving them backwards, I think that's like the main cause of it happening. Set plays for this match in general have been more of a miss than a hit for me. As we get a nice setup here. Cleary with the numbers outside. Stuffs up the pass. This inside ball play. That's like a situational play. Can we pick up the ball, mate? Took a good few seconds. We do find space on the edges. That's one thing that's changed in previous updates, right? Finding space out wide. Alright, so our final thoughts on this latest update and the new feature, the one-on-one strip. Finally seeing it in action, I actually really like just having it in the game as a potential momentum shifter. After our first game, it looks like your best chance of pulling one off is during driving tackles. And for playing on pro difficulty, we did see it a fair few times. Playing on vet or higher, I'm expecting not to see it as much as we did. But overall, I liked it. Much like the patch notes suggest, nothing else was really tweaked. There's still some smoothness issues with gameplay in general, as well as those weird moments where our hookers would just stare at the ball. That's progressively getting worse. And to close out the video, I did want to talk about the international teams. Now, officially they're not in the game, but there are some high quality fan made teams that you can play with and download. Pretty much in every update video, I've been getting questions on these teams that I've been using: Samoa, NZ and Tonga. And here's how to navigate your way through the academy to get them. And like I said, I've been getting a lot of questions about these teams, and that's my bad because I just assumed that everyone that watches these videos knew how to use the fan hub, or the academy as it's called now. First up, come to the academy. You want to come all the way out to community, search community. So search type clubs, username Vesh88, come down to sort by, change that to date, begin search, and we should get his mad creations in a sec. Yeah, so he's been creating pretty much all countries that have rugby league teams. We've got Norway here, censored. I believe this is South Africa, Japan, Hong Kong, the Cook Islands. He's got all the Pac Champs teams already made. He had them made ages ago. Yeah, Czech Republic, France, Jamaica. He made this Aussie team before the actual teams came out. This is pretty much the plug for all the international teams, Vesh88. All you have to do to get them into your game is press triangle to quick download, or Y on Xbox, or do a new way here for example. Download with logos, and that's it. Already had Lebanon here, Kiwis, where are they? Oh here, New Way, Rugby League. As per tradition, we may as well rip some packs, or do one of these finals packs in another Ashes. See if we can get lucky. I've only ever pulled a diamond once. And we get some garbage in this first one. And we'll do one of these 35,000 40.1s, the Ashes. Any luck in this? Ooh, a 92. What is that, Sapphire? No, it's a diamond. 92 Harry Newman. We will take Gordoni Stags. Thank you very much.